We're here for part 2. See you again? I'm seeing you again. We are here for part 2 of the dumpster fire truck that is Lee and Mai's relationship. If you guys didn't watch part 1, please, I'm going to link it below. But basically, See You Again is a divorce reality show in China where they bring 3 celebrity couples and they are on the brink of divorce. They've got 18 days to go through all of these producers' challenges. They're like road tripping across China to see if at the very end they want to try to stay together or they're going to get a divorce.
Damn.
So the 3 couples in this season of 2024 of last year, this is like the most insane year. Apparently this year is crazy. Like, I think the other seasons were crazy, but this 2024. This is like the year of this show. They said nothing will ever top this show. You thought Rap of China was crazy? This is fucking crazy too, but for different reasons. You've got 3 couples. You've got Yang Zi. We've talked about him before. He is Mr. Wannabe CEO, Mr. Let me give you a life lesson on everything. Oh my gosh, this guy is exhausting. He's just purely exhausting. He's got to give you a life lesson. He knows nothing about his wife. He's a Nepo baby, doesn't know how to make his own money. His wife is a successful, her name is Eva. That's like her American name. She is like
Chinese name is Huang Shengyi.
She's a world-renowned actress. Graduated from Beijing Film Academy. She's stunning. She's elegant. She's sophisticated. And then you've got a very chill couple on this show. I don't even think I'll ever even do an episode on them. They're so chill. She's more of like an online personality and he's more of like a radio host. That's kind of how they self-identify. They've got problems, but we've been calling them chill wife and chill husband because even they themselves saw the other 2 couples, Mai and Lin, Yang Zi and Eva, and they said, you know what, I think we're okay. I think we're on the wrong show. I don't know what show y'all are on. We're not supposed to be here. Okay, like that's how chill they are. And every single day, Mai's insanity and the insanity of netizens collectively. Did you know they had to put therapy ads in this show? Because people were getting so frustrated. And so every time you pause the screen, it would say like,
are you frustrated? Don't get too riled up over...
And it was like a therapy ad.
Wow.
It was like really that insane. People were losing their minds because it's just, I don't know if there's something about relationships where people can relate to it to some degree and they can relate to it enough that they're like, no, you're crazy. So let me give you a lowdown on Lee and Mai that we already covered in the past episode, but just like a quick recap. Lee is a very famous singer that I don't want to say he peaked, but he had the most insanely viral, successful song maybe 12, 13 years ago. He's still putting out music. He still does really well. He still has a group of people that love his songs, but he has not yet reached that level of music ever again. Like that was his height of his career. And I think most people are trying to replicate that. So he's trying to find his way in the music world. And Mai is a housewife. They have 2 beautiful children together. She has made being a housewife her entire personality. And I think there was a lot of sympathy in the beginning of people being like, you know what? Housewives dedicate their entire lives to their family. She birthed 2 of his kids. She raises them. She supports his career. She's frugal. She doesn't spend a lot of money. She's not materialistic. So she tells us 25 times in the first 3 episodes. And she's a little insecure because her husband's in the entertainment industry and Mai does not find herself to be conventionally beautiful. So yeah, there's lots of complexities, but she will not stop to tell everybody that she is a housewife. Her husband is basically a man-child and she does everything for everyone. That's the vibe she gives off. So tell me why. When we left off the last time, it was her duty to be the tour guide. She wakes up late. Later than mostly everyone except for Yang Zi, wakes up at 11 a.m. She has her husband and the chill wife go to the grocery store because she was supposed to go to the grocery store, but she woke up late. So now they gotta go and the chill wife is doing her job for her. And she has this whole coffee incident. The whole coffee drama happens. And then as they're packing to finish breakfast because it's a road trip, they gotta get on the move again. There's just this scene where one side of the girls' dorm, like the room, is just, there's suitcases overflowing. It's so messy. It's messy. It's not a good look.
That's my side?
Yeah. And all the comments are like, how is she a housewife? What's going on? What's happening right now? This doesn't even make any sense because she made it seem like she's the only one that does the cooking and the cleaning and then and then all of a sudden she is living in like a pigsty. What's happening?
She dug her own grave.
Yeah, and she keeps saying to Eva, where is my husband? I need him to help me pack my luggage. And Eva's just like, and then she's like, husband, can you come help me pack my luggage? And very enthusiastically, without a hint of annoyance, he's like, sure. And then she's like, I can't shut this suitcase and I still have all of this stuff on the counter. And this is what's crazy. Listen. I don't know why you're laughing, okay? Because I also can't pack well. I can pack. I can't close it well.
Yeah, what?
I'm a great
Honey,
packer.
Don't compare yourself to mine. Come on.
No. This is the comparison I'm making.
Oh.
Sometimes I have a hard time closing my suitcases.
Yeah.
I have a hard time lifting my suitcases.
Yeah.
So I need suitcase help.
Yeah.
However, not once have I ever said, my biggest annoyance about my husband is that I have to pack his performance clothes. So she went on this whole tirade about how she has to do everything for her husband, including packing his clothes before his concerts. This was like a whole thing that she made it a point in front of the other wives, in front of the relationship teacher. And she can't even pack her own suitcase. So now everyone's like, are you sure you're packing his suitcase? Because this doesn't make any sense to us right now.
Yeah, self-aware is not in the room with us.
No. Eva even asks her, how did you manage to bring everything here? And she says, I don't know. That's why I hate packing. I can never get it to fit. Yeah. And so Lee arrives and in the suite is like, my, it's okay. And she's like, my suitcase is exploding. And he's like, no problem. I can handle it.
Oh,
And
he calls her my.
Yeah. And he very
That's so
quickly
cute.
packs everything. And you know what I noticed? Because I don't know why I noticed it, but she was all, in the last episode, she was all like, I'm not like other girls. I'm not materialistic. Every suitcase is Ramoa, just lined up. And it's fine. People love Ramoa. Great suitcases. They roll good, right? But it was just like, people had problems with that too.
I think clearly when she mentioned that like 25 times, that I'm not materialistic, like why you say it so much? Like,
And
you know what I mean?
It
Like,
just was annoying also because I think she said it in front of the other girls one of them is a very well-known actress. The other one is kind of like an influencer, right? And those types of occupations, you probably do spend money
Yeah.
and you're probably working with brands and you're buying luxury goods and, it just felt like... It
Yeah.
almost felt like she was also digging on them at the same time.
Yeah.
So it made it even more indigestible to people. It's like, okay, we get it. You're not like other girls. But also, you are just like all the other girls, and that's okay. Why'd you have to be mean about it?
Yeah.
He packs the suitcases for her. And all the netizen comments, because it's a live feed, they're saying, so who's taking care of who actually in this house? We don't know. When they get to the new destination, Lee is there and he's putting these toilet seat covers on all the girls' toilets for them.
Wow.
And Mai sees this and she takes credit for it.
That's
She's
insane.
basically like, oh yeah.
I told
We put the toilet seat covers on for you guys. So she tells the group, but she says like, we did it. Like it made it seem like she did it. Or like she told him to do it. So it just seemed... Yeah. So after all of these little things all together... Oh, and because she woke up late, she was doing her makeup in the van, because that's how late they are. And then they get to the next destination. And this is where she is the tour guide for the day. So they're all taking turns. She's going to be the tour guide for the day. She gets there. She had left her tour guide handbook at the last place.
So she doesn't know how to tour guide anymore.
No, because it has all the landmarks and what to say about the landmarks,
Right.
And so she looks around and she starts blaming everyone else. And she's like, none of y'all brought your book? Because she could have just used one of their books. And she's like, none of you guys thought to like look for your own book?
You know what this is exact, the book you're reading recently about like mom coming with the kids.
Oh yes, games people play, yeah. The whole story is there is a mom, there's a big loud noise. She runs out into the living room and the kid has just broken a very expensive glass vase. Kid is right next to the broken vase. Obviously, you're an adult. You can use the logic in your mind. Your kid kid broke the vase.
Yeah.
But when you realize that as an adult, as a parent, you have to also come to terms with it's kind of your fault. You did not put that glass vase away. If it was that important and that expensive, you should have made sure it wasn't in a place where kids can get to it because kids will be kids. And you should know that as an adult. You didn't child-proof the house. You should be more concerned that your kid is injured by the glass, but you're not. So then you have no reason to be mad, right?
Also, this is apparently what happens in a human's mind,
Yes,
right?
yes. So they're just saying that a lot of humans have like transactional games that they play. And it's not games makes it sound bad, but people just interact in ways and they behave in ways.
Yeah.
And so they're saying that the parent has no logical, justified reason to be upset. And so they ask the child, who broke the vase? The child will inevitably lie, which is exactly what the parent is expecting. The child will say, the dog broke it. And the parent now has righteous anger. You do not lie to me. And now they can be mad at the kid. And it's no longer their fault, it's the kid's fault. Yeah.
It's kind of like how Mai's doing. Mai's like, you guys didn't bring the book? How could you guys not bring it?
Yeah. And so she's like kind of blaming everyone else. And she's like, oh my God, nobody brought their book? And it's no longer about her, even though she's the tour guide. So like, yeah, maybe they should have brought their book, but they didn't have to. They're not the tour guide for the day. So it was weird. And then even in the car later, Mai is talking about how she's ranting. She is very sensitive to the word dominant. She hates whenever Lee tells her that she's being too pushy, too controlling, too dominant. And she's like, he says I'm dominant. And Eva, she was also reading game theory. Okay, she's reading game theory. And she said, dominant? You? And Mai says, exactly. This is something that we just don't see eye to eye on. And Eva, she could start a fight. She could say, no, I think you're dominant. No, I side with your husband. But Eva is sophistication. She is elegance. She's too smart for this. She says, it must be a matter of perspective. My husband, Yangzi, he thinks he's not dominant. I think he's very dominant. Your husband doesn't think he's dominant? Your husband is so dominant. How is he not dominant? And she's like, oh my God, your husband is so fucking crazy. He's delusional. And all the comments, because you can see live comments while you're watching the show, say, she's talking about you. Out of the 6 people, if Eva's husband is number 1 in dominance, you are second, my friend. And Eva just smiles and she says, yeah, but he personally thinks he's not dominant. And Mai's just digging her own grave. You know, but I was thinking about it and I actually related to him, you know. He was telling you the other day, you think I'm dominant, but I'm basically your dog. He was saying that, you know. Yangjie is telling Eva, honey, wife, you keep telling me I'm dominant, but I'm like your dog. You know, he's just, and everyone's like, oh my God. He's saying that, but like he doesn't know anything about his wife.
Yeah. He's
so controlling. He's like crazy. And she's like, you know, I kind of related to when he said that. Absolutely nobody related to when he said that except for Mai. So that's already a problem that she
Mai saying like, yeah, I feel like I'm a dog too.
Yeah. Like Maya's like, my husband also says I'm dominant, but I feel like I'm his dog.
Wow.
And Eva just kindly says, yeah, he always says that to me. I guess people just have a hard time seeing themselves clearly.
Damn.
And you just see this moment where Mai is smiling.
And then finally click.
And it finally clicks. And she keeps smiling. Because she's like...
The smile has...
She's like, God damn, this one got me.
But you know what? I'll be back again.
I'll be back. I'll be back to collect. But she looks kind of impressed. She looks a little impressed. She's like, huh. Yeah.
She shut up after?
I mean, there's no way to get out of that one, right?
Yeah.
And all the comments were like, Eva does not read game theory for nothing. She's here to run circles on her own husband and now Mai. Like, get out of here. And then by that point, when they arrive at their next destination, they don't really get a tour of anything. They just have to sit down and eat lunch. And it's already late. It's 4 p.m. And everybody only gets instant hot pot, some cup ramen, a can of Spam, eggs, and some junk food. Just to give you an idea, this is probably the worst meal See You Again has ever seen.
Really?
Yeah. Even the other
why is that?
couples,
They don't have time or they don't...
she didn't plan it well. Like when you watch the other two couples, the way they planned it was like to the T. They looked for the restaurant that had the exact like pricing. They worked out prices of the noodles and like everything.
I see. So they just like what, convenience store picked up some random stuff. Okay.
She did not have anything under control. And of course, no one was going to say that because in her eyes, in my eyes, not mine, her eyes, she had already sacrificed everything for this group.
Yes.
Including her firstborn child. So
She probably sacrificed it for you too.
yeah, for me too. Yeah, I agree. Everybody just ate their little instant hot pot. And people were bringing up the dominating thing again. And so they were like, I mean, why does it hurt you when Lee calls you dominating? Because that's weird. It's not an insult. Some people just have more dominating personalities. It's not a negative thing inherently, but you take it as negative and then you get offended. And she's like, I feel like I'm already doing so much. Like, you can't expect everything to go your way. And everyone's just like, I don't get it. Like, what's happening right now? She just looks really stressed out. And people, I mean, I think if we didn't see a lot of these clips, a lot of people were agreeing with Mai. And they say, you know, a lot of women hate being called dominating in relationships because these are what netizens are saying. They're saying women, a lot of the times, they don't even want to be dominating, but they have to be because their husbands are idiots. They can't do it. So the women are doing it. And then they're like being slapped in the face by being called dominant. That's what some netizens were saying. But then when you watch everything, others were saying, have you watched the episodes? Because he's the one doing everything. So like, what is she doing that's causing her so much distress? Because he's the one packing. He's the one going to the grocery store. He's the one setting up lunch. He's the one putting toilet seat covers on. All she does is say she does everything. So that's where people were like, I don't know if this applies here. I don't know.
Her action doesn't match at all.
Yes. Yeah. And she's just very mean to him. I think that's where people are rubbed wrong too. At another point, the teacher comes back and she's sitting down with all the couples at once. And she's just asking, the question is, how would you guys feel if you broke up? How would your life change after the divorce? Lee says, to be real, to be very realistic, obviously life goes on. But I just don't think I would be as happy, and I don't think life would be as good if my wife weren't there. And it just feels very real. It feels like, yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's just not what he wants. Like, he acknowledges Mai makes his life better, and he's happy with her in his life. That's it. Mai says, well, I would be sad, but my living standards would drastically increase. Like, juke! And she does a hand motion all the way to the stars. She said, it won't even just improve like this, like a rocket. Her reasoning was that she would no longer have to take care of Lee, of her baby boy. And also he spends money on clothes because he has to, because he's a performer. And so she wouldn't have to take care of the spending. And people are like, wait, he's the breadwinner. Yeah. So even Yangzi, the Nepo baby guy, he's like, how would you make money? I mean, just like for real, right? And she says, I can work. And like, again, I don't think anyone's saying you don't have talent, you don't have skill, but it's really notoriously difficult for people who, this is why being a housewife is so financially insecure for people, because you take so much time off of work and then going back into the work field. And also, even if she goes back into the workforce and finds a really good job, finding a job that pays money to live in a $5 million house in Beijing is very difficult. And so she's like, I can work. Youngzi is like, huh? I can work. It's not like I don't have hands and feet. I mean, honestly, like $1,000 a month is probably enough, no problem for me to live on.
$1,000?
Yeah. Well,
to live in Beijing?
She said actually 2,000 to 3,000 won, which is actually like $500 a month.
No, 2,000 to 3,000 yuan? That's like $300-400
a month.
Yes. In Beijing? Are you kidding me? It's more expensive than New York.
Yeah, I think she's out of touch.
Yeah, this like, how could she say that?
Yeah, she's very out of touch. That's an insult.
Yeah,
a lot of netizens were also saying she's very out of touch.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know, but yeah, she said 2,000 to 3,000 yuan.
Crazy.
Yeah, and she's saying, no problem, I can live off of that, no big deal. And everyone's like, you got upset when your husband flew to Shanghai and didn't get the appropriate rice cakes. I don't think so. And so the next day, teacher Zhang continues to talk to just the wives about all of their thoughts and demands and stuff. So she's just saying her life would skyrocket because she can work and she doesn't need his money. And people thought it was just kind of weird. It was a weird thing to say. It also felt out of touch, like, I don't think you know what the real world is like. Like, this is a little crazy. The next day, there's another activity. This was a viral moment. They have these painters who come in and they're drawing portraits. So it's like the crime painters, like the composition artists. You know what I'm talking about? So you get this painter, he's sitting in front of you and you're hiding behind a giant white sheet and each one of the couples are sitting alone. So let's say I'm sitting behind this white sheet. I'm talking to the artist. I describe myself and he paints me.
So the painter can see you.
Cannot.
Yeah, based on your description.
Yes. And then I describe you to the painter. So the painter, based off of my descriptions, draws me and draws my spouse.
That's kind of genius.
I know, we should try that one day. That's so cute.
Huh?
Yeah. Because, you see those police sketches and I'm like, who drew that? What kind of potato drew that? But this painter is really good. And so they're painting and they're talking about the relationship. And Lee is just saying the biggest problem is Mai doesn't save any room for herself. He says, I think I take up around 70% of her life. The kids and everything else are probably 30%. And she probably saves 0.5% for herself. Netizens already thought that was weird. They were like, why are you such a big proportion and not your kids?
Why does Mai put him at 70%?
And not the kids. Like, some netizens thought it was weird. I don't know. I don't have kids.
But that's a decision that Mai made, correct?
Yeah. But no, that's his observation on Mai.
Okay.
He's thinking it's me 70%, the kids and everything else 30%, and probably 0.5% for herself.
But again, I would say that's Mai's.
Yes, but everyone's just upset regardless. Whether it's Mai's decision, somebody else's decision. A lot of parents are like, couldn't be me. I don't know. I'm not a parent, okay? I don't know. I don't know. And so the painter is like, do you wish for her to allocate it like this? Like, do you wish it was a little bit different? And he's like, yeah, I think that she's holding on way too tight. So the painter asks, what would you like? The painter's like, what about if Mai does 50% for herself? Because you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. 30% for the kids and 20% for you. Lee says, no, I think the best would be if it's 50% for me, 30% for the kids, and 20% for her. So people are like, oh.
Yeah.
So you don't like it, but you like it. So people were like, wait a minute, what? So this part went viral. Like, you know the TikToks that's like, if you ever see a short little Korean girl slapping me around and spanking me and pulling out my hair, don't save me. This is exactly where I want to be. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, it's like a funny thing where you're like, if you see this, like, then they describe their wife screaming at me and spanking my ass. Don't save me. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Okay, I got it.
Like, this is
so
exactly
if you see
what I want.
this little 5'2" Korean girl with the crazy hair and just like spitting into my mouth. Don't save me.
Guys,
correct?
Have I told you about the mouthwash?
The what? Anyways, moving on.
No, I was using mouthwash and he was like, honey, you're so hot today. And he goes, spit the mouthwash in my mouth. And I went, this is so crazy. I'm so shy. And so I did it. No, I'm just kidding. I did not. And he was kidding and we were kidding. But it's giving that, right? So netizens were like, okay, this we can't do this anymore. But there is this very intense moment. And this is actually a moment where people liked Mai when she's talking to the painter. She's telling him the rice cake story.
Here we go.
And she's complaining about it. And he's like, well, what have you done for him? And she reflects because she's like, what have I done for him? Because she's talking about all the birthday gifts, like all the surprises he's planned for her. And she does like stuff for him, obviously, but she's never done anything like that for him. So finally, she's reflecting. People are like getting excited. And so all the comments are like, yes, This is the moment. Like, it is a divorce dating show. So naturally, we're going to be upset with couples. We're going to get too invested. We're going to get riled up. The parasocial relationships are going to go hard. But the minute that you start improving, people were so happy for Mai. They were like, this is where everything's going to turn around and everything is going to go up from here. Meanwhile, we got to focus on that dumpster fire next door, which is Yangtze. There's so much over there. So like, thank you, Mai. We got this.
Like, she's finally realizing her issue.
Yes, like we're finally going to get somewhere. And everyone thought this painting experience was the canon event to turn things around. That night, all three couples are sitting there and the paintings were revealed to them. So mind you, you're going to have 2 paintings per person. One with your own description of how you see yourself, and then one with your partner's description of how they see you.
Yeah, so it should be you describe yourself really bad, and then your partner describe you really good.
Yes. I will say that with Lee, he said she looks like 2 celebrities, and they're both beautiful celebrities, and Mai is beautiful. They turn the paintings around. Mai is instantly upset with both of her paintings. Like, not even just the one Lee described, but the one that she also described.
Of herself?
Yes. And immediately, it just is shooting through the roof with her insecurities. And it probably didn't help that the chill husband, who I think has a vendetta against Mai the whole time, okay? He just looks over and he goes, this is just like a picture of 4 men.
Wait, what do you mean picture of 4 men?
Mai's painting looks like 2 men in a wig. But I will say the way that the other husband said it seemed like a full-on diss to the painter.
Oh.
It did not seem like he was targeting Mai. It seemed like he was like, oh, that painter didn't even get it right. Like, these are 4 dudes. Like, that painter sucks, you know?
Yeah.
That was the vibe, and everyone starts laughing, including Mai. And she's like, I don't want to accept this as me. I think it's better if I just live on beauty filters. And it was only a joke, but she just keeps going, 4 men. And he's just like, yeah, it looks like a man cosplaying as a woman. And the wife is like elbowing her husband, like, shut the fuck up, okay? Like, she had spent enough time with Mai to know, like, this is not a joke that she's going to be chill with. Maybe this is a joke other people would be chill with, but she has personally spent more time with the other wives, and she knows, hey, husband, we're about to get assaulted. So she's like, shut up. But he's a professional commentator. That's his livelihood. Silence is impossible. He just keeps going. He's like, I can't even look at these. Otherwise I'm going to start busting out laughing. You know what I mean? And he said, I wish I could say more, but I think I'm going to get cyberbullied.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah, and I genuinely, like, he even says, like, Maya's cute. She's the type with a baby face, like a very cute and sweet look. But this drawing is just like a man dressed up as a woman. So again, it's like, he honestly thinks he's going to get cyberbullied for bullying the painter.
Oh.
Being like, she's got such a cute, like, baby face, and then he drew her like a man. I think that he was honestly trying to be nice.
Oh, like saying that this picture represents nothing of mine.
Yeah, and maybe to even poke fun at the painter so that it doesn't become this. That's how I took it, interpreted as. So it doesn't become this whole moment of like, no, it looks good. When it's just like, no, the painter literally didn't do you justice. Like, ignore it. Like, that painter sucks. Like, you have such a cute face. This is
okay, it doesn't look like you. It looks like a dude.
Yeah, it literally looks like a dude. Like, look at it. Like, come on. I can't even look at this without laughing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That was the vibe he was giving. And she asks, do I look that much like a man?
As who?
Ask the other husband, and the other husband is like, this cannot be your imagination. Like, did Lee say this one? Because one of them looks more like a man. And after all of this, like, Mai is just laughing and laughing and laughing. And it was like,
she's not really laughing. Dang.
It was just very uncomfortable laughter that nobody really knew how to respond. And the other husband, I guess, did not have the nunchi to realize that at this point, I don't think the other husbands knew how sensitive Mai is. The other wives knew, but the other husbands there, like, they did not know. And you know, that's the thing too. You go to a gathering on your way home, in bed while you're showering, that's like, let me fill you in, FBI style. Okay, we're doing shampoo, and I'm like, okay, so basically, did you notice that moment where this person did this? Okay, so I think they were fighting. And so that's when like your husband is in the know. But this is on set. You're mic'd up. Everything's a hot mic. So they can't have those sessions. So husbands are in the dark. Their wives have not informed them on what's going on. So the husbands are like, I don't know what's going on. So he just keeps going. Do you know what I mean?
No, this is so bad. No.
Wait, why?
No, I mean, this is just a train wreck.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then he's just like, then I guess maybe you're a man inside.
Oh, no!
He's saying, I mean, you said you want to take care of him. You feel like you're supporting the family. You have to be, you know, maybe you're like the dude inside.
Oh, my God. I'm scared. What happened next?
And she just keeps laughing, and she says, I'm laughing my ass off. Oh my God, I have tears in my eyes. I'm laughing so hard. And you just know.
Oh my God, no way.
When someone says, I'm laughing so hard, I'm crying, but you know that they shouldn't really be laughing, then you know that they're not laughing because they're crying, they're laughing.
Is
they're
this
crying 'cause
sad?
they're crying.
What's the vibe? Is this sad or not sad?
It's just giving very scary. Like unstable.
Okay.
Or like not unstable, like that seems harsh of a word, but you know when you're sitting at a gathering and there's nothing you can do to stop the train wreck. It's not your train wreck, it's not your train, you're not the conductor. You don't even know the conductor well.
Yeah.
But you see it and all you can do is just,
oh yeah, you can't stop it.
and you're just like on the side. Like anything you say at this point is only going to make it worse. If you reassure her too much, also going to make it worse. If you ask her if she's okay, it's going to make it worse. If you try to support her, there's really not a perfect, especially because you're not close friends with her.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else is kind of like, I don't know what to say.
You think the chill wife, they got into a fight after this?
Yeah, probably. She's probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Yeah. And I think this was another thing where I think the painter just got it wrong. Lee said one of his favorite things about his wife is when she just laughs. She laughs a lot. And he just loves when she's genuinely laughing and she's got a big laugh. And I think that's a thing of Chinese culture is a lot of people will cover their mouths, or when they smile, they don't like to show their teeth too much. So it's like more reserved laughter.
Yeah.
But her laughter is very Western in the sense of like she laughs a lot, loudly, frequently, and it's big and it's bright and it makes you laugh because it's like, oh, it's infectious, right? And so he's trying to describe that, but maybe in Chinese culture, it's not as common. So the painter just drew a lot of teeth and it was kind of creepy. It was just like... I was like, no, you know? And he even tries to describe like, no, I think my favorite thing about her is when she has that infectious laugh where she's not restricting it. It's just so free. And I love that about her. But obviously it didn't come off well in the painting. And he's even explaining that during this, when they unveil the paintings, because the teacher is there, teacher Zhang, and she's like, oh, like the smiles are different. So you have like a tighter smile when you describe yourself, but I see more teeth in the description of Lee's painting of you. And so he's like, yeah, because it was my favorite thing about her. And I don't know why he drew it like this, but I just love when she's laughing freely. That's my favorite look on her, like genuinely. And it's really sweet how he's explaining it. And he's even saying like, you know, I don't know why he did it like this. Everyone's kind of dogging on the painter to the point where they're like, okay, let's stop. Because, you know, the painter's going to watch the program and, you know, let's, you know. So again, it just seems like everyone is saying the painter did a bad job. And then it cuts to an interview. You know, those little studio interviews where they sit like this.
Yeah.
And Mai said that she just kept laughing because she felt sad. And the louder she laughed, it was just she wanted to cry more. So she's trying to hide her sadness. So she just kept laughing. She just didn't know why her husband didn't comfort her. So everyone was kind of like, I think...
So, like, right. So it's like we feel bad for her, but then at that moment, she's still bringing up the husband not doing A, B, C, D.
Yeah. I think... Because I was also trying to think too. Some people were agreeing with her saying when the other husband was saying it looks like 4 men, you know, the husband should have stepped in and said something. But I was also thinking about that. And I feel like that would also make me uncomfortable because it's like, oh, now you've made it really serious. And now I don't know how to get out of this seriousness. I'd rather just this conversation be over. But now you've like drawn attention to it by making it serious instead of a joke. I don't know how I would have responded. Or maybe you could have laughed and made a joke back and diverted the attention. I don't know. I don't know what you could have done in that situation. I don't think there's much you could have done. I think it would just have been a sad moment where I'm sad. And I'm like, I'm sad. But she was just very upset. Even though every single time on this show, he talks about her and is like, I don't know why she doesn't think she's pretty. Like, yeah, she gained weight from when we were younger and before she had 2 kids. But that's very normal, no? Because that's how it is. That's even just aging, even if you don't have kids. And if you do have kids, it doesn't matter. Like, what does that have to do with anything? He's always like, no, she's so attractive in my eyes. I love her laugh. I love this about her. I love her bright personality. Like, he's always saying nice things, but she's just very upset at all of this. I will say that I think it was, I don't know why she's mad at her husband when I do think it was the other husband.
Poke fun at her.
Yeah, just kept going. Like, maybe he meant well, but then he kept going. Like, more netizens were upset with him than they were at her husband because there's just not a perfect way to navigate something like this. So they get up from the table that night. They go back to their residences, and the whole night, the whole morning, Maya's crying. She's crying at night, before breakfast, during breakfast. She's crying a lot.
How is everyone reacting? Do they know why, or they know why?
They know why, but I think people have mixed reviews. Some people are saying, I feel for her. Others are saying, I get it, but you're also an adult with kids. Like, it was sad, but I don't know if it's something I would spend 12 hours crying about.
Yeah.
And her husband keeps trying to console her. She ignores him completely. And even the other wives are getting uncomfortable, so they're trying to console her. And she's just saying, like, it's just the artist style. Like, they don't, you know, like the street artists. They just, some people draw caricatures, some people draw this.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the artist style. Like, it really is not that serious.
Remember the crazy street artist that makes you look like a...
Yes.
Like that one on TikTok?
Yes, the one that, like, emphasizes all the crazy things.
Yeah.
And then they zoom in on the people sitting there, like, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like... I think it's like her husband tries to comfort her. Okay, I think the problem is you want to be mad at your husband for not comforting you, but she starts making everyone else uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because she's still crying in the morning. The other wives are like, no, it's just the artist. And then it becomes like, it's really just a painting. Like, we can't, like, it's like everyone's here on this show because their life is also falling apart. Yeah. But now they're so busy with you that they can't even focus on their own relationship. And it gets crazier, okay? But she's just having a pretty big breakdown. And a lot of netizens are upset about it. And this is where it happens. After this, you know, Maya is an emotional roller coaster. This is where it gets crazy. This is where I said, Maya, please stop. You're losing me. You're losing me completely. It's the chill husband and wife's day to handle the budget. Chill wife has been nothing but nice to Maya. Remember, she went grocery shopping for Mai on the tour day. She's like comforting her about the painting. And so it's her day to control the budget. They already pre-ordered the dishes at the restaurant that they're going to stop by at the next destination. Like, this is what I'm telling you. They've planned it to a T. They pre-ordered the dishes so that they can stay in budget. They know exactly how much dinner is going to be. They've prepped it out. And so right before they get into their little road trip, they're going to go buy snacks and they need to figure out what they're going to eat for lunch and all of these things. And Maya is looking at this area, and at this point, the cameras do not follow them into the little shopping plaza, but they're hot mic'd.
Okay.
Meaning their mics are still attached, because when you're on like production sets, it's like a giant mic you got to clip on, right?
Yeah.
But because there's no camera following them, your obvious assumption would be that they're not listening to you. They're not going to use this audio, which would be incorrect, because you're peeing and there's a sound guy who has the headphones on the whole time because he can hear all the mics. And if they're on, he'll hear you pee. He will hear you shart in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But just because the cameras aren't there doesn't mean that he can't hear you, right? So it's all mic'd up. Yeah. And the mics are rolling. They're recording. They go in there. The three wives go in there. The guys are outside.
So what are you seeing if there's no visuals?
It's just a black screen and little like caption bubbles.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Those spies.
And Maya's like, oh, we should buy roasted chicken, like rotisserie chicken. And the chill wife is like, no rotisserie chicken. We're going to eat big fish tonight. Like, we already pre-ordered it. Don't even think about the rotisserie chicken. And she has the right to make these calls because the whole time Mai was making all these calls, like, no cigarettes, no this, no that, right? Yeah. So she's like, no, trust me. Like, we've already pre-planned everything. Like, you guys are not going to be hungry. Trust me. Like, we just need to buy a few snacks right now.
Yeah.
And she's like, listen to me. I'm serious. I'm very good with money. Trust me. It'll be cheaper for you here to buy the rotisserie chicken. And she's like, roasted chicken? Yeah. We already ordered all the meals. Like, we don't need the rotisserie chicken. Well, aren't we going to eat tomorrow? Have you thought about the next day's meals or like for a midnight snack or something else?
Does she just really want some chicken right now?
No, you'll see. It's worse.
Oh.
The chill wife is like, you even want a midnight snack? Like, we are on a budget. And so she's going on about this rotisserie chicken. She basically bullies her into buying the rotisserie chicken. And then afterwards, they buy snacks, they buy coffee, and Mai is obsessed with this milk skin yogurt. It's like the most expensive out of all the snacks. Eva also wanted to buy this like specific juice, but she decided not to because it was, you know, they didn't want to go against the budget. And then Mai is like, wait, where's the smoked chicken? And she's like, I'm not going to buy smoked chicken.
She wants another chicken?
Yeah, she's like, what do you mean? We got to get the chicken. And she's like, if it's over 20 yuan, I'm not buying you the smoked chicken. Mai's like, how is it possible? Do you even dare eat a chicken for less than 20 yuan? You can't even buy a live chicken for 20 yuan. It's 70 yuan. I think the price is normal. Let's get 2 of them.
Mai said that?
Yeah, and she's like, what are we going to eat tomorrow? Like, what are we going to eat?
Tomorrow's budget. Like,
yeah, and then she's like, yeah, we're going to eat the smoked chicken tomorrow. And the chill wife is like, smoked chicken for lunch and dinner? Like, what's happening right now? And so she's trying to get Mai to rein it in, but Mai is ignoring her. She's just like pulling chips off the shelves. She's like, oh, this is perfect. This bag of chips is great. Can I have a cup of coffee? And the chill wife is like, no coffee. Your husband bought a cup for you yesterday, so I'm going to buy it for myself. So she's saying, your husband also bought you a cup of coffee yesterday from yesterday's budget, so I'm going to buy a cup of coffee.
Okay.
So she's like, okay. And she's like, and I want this yogurt. The chill wife is like, you can tell the chill wife does not want to buy the yogurt, but it also seems like the chill wife bought the yogurt because I think she took it as like Mai had a rough night. Mai had a really shit night, wants to eat the things she wants to eat. Maybe it'll make her feel better. So she is being really nice. And she's like, okay. Like, fine. I mean, she's still saying, like, this is a lot of money. But she's like, can you just pick one, the chicken or the yogurt? And then she's like, no, we got to get them all. And we got to get 2 smoked chickens. It was just a lot.
Wow.
It was just a lot.
So Eva didn't buy much?
No.
So mainly it's just Mai?
Yeah. And when they come out, they got lots of bags of food. The guys are already, like, looking at them like, here we go. And they're mainly looking at the chill wife and Eva because Mai has said 20 million times that she's so economical. So technically it wouldn't be her getting all of this, right? But it's mainly all her, to the point where even the chill wife is like, Mai wanted the chickens. And she says no. And
Mai say no?
Yes, because again, she didn't think anything was recording inside.
That's fucking crazy.
She's like, no. And the other husband, the chill husband, is like, did you ask for my permission? We already ordered a big fish for dinner. And like, because Mai was like, you gotta ask for my permission anytime you buy something yesterday. So he's like, did you ask for me for my position?
Chill husband is talking to who?
To Mai.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay. You made me ask you for everything yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, did you ask me?
Yeah.
And then she's like, listen to me. We can't buy this smoked chicken after we leave here. The smoked chicken is gonna be delicious. And he's like, what's so fucking special about the smoked chicken? Doesn't make any sense, right? And the whole time she's just kind of acting like it was a joint decision. And then she also brings up, well, I left you guys with like $7 yesterday. And besides, if I didn't leave you with that money, you wouldn't even have money to pay for all of this.
$7?
Yeah. And it's like, cause they would need the extra $7 in addition to whatever they had left over for the day to pay for this meal because they already prepaid for the dinner. Anyway, it's so complicated. And it's just like she's saying, because of me, you guys are able to get this, but nobody wanted this.
Yeah.
And so the girls are just, they don't say anything. They don't rat her out. But Yangzi gets out the car and then he's like, chill wife and my wife, you guys are so wasteful.
Oh, Yang is calling
his
out
wife and the chill wife for being wasteful of like spending so much money. And then you can see the other two girls start to get uncomfortable, where finally Mai just like raised her hands and goes, well, I agreed to buy it too. What do you mean you agreed to buy it? You bullied everyone to buy it. I'm so confused.
And the other wife didn't say anything. Wow.
And all the comments, and like people thought, okay.
I hate this so much.
Yeah. And so all the comments are like, this is a scary woman.
Yeah.
All the netizen comments are like, I am scared. I'm so scared. I'm genuinely scared. And when they get into the car, the 3 girls are in one car and the 3 guys are in one car. And she is sitting in the back. Maya's sitting in the back. And she's just saying, honestly, I don't really care. As long as the money's not my responsibility, I don't really care. And she says she wants to live a little when it's not her day. She wants to indulge. But it's like she didn't let anyone indulge when it was her day. And so Eva, I think she was getting a little annoyed. She points out that the milk skin yogurt was the most expensive snack. And Mai just starts laughing. And she's like, well, your milk skin yogurt is the most expensive snack. It was like $6 USD.
Dang.
And Mai's just laughing. And again, this is the girl who said that she can live on like $300 a month without her husband. So she's laughing. And then she says something really insulting. She looks at the chill wife and says, well, then you can just go perform for my milk skin yogurt. This made everyone on the judge panel like,
you can
when
go
she said
perform
that.
for my yogurt?
Okay, so to give you some context of how bad this is, when yesterday was Mai's day, they wanted to buy fireworks as a group. Her husband performed a song. Her husband is a singer. And they had set it up. He, like I said, this is important from yesterday. Remember, not yesterday, but the yesterday of the show. They had this whole set. It was high production. He had a good mic. He had his guitar. It was like romanticized, and it was a whole segment in it. So him performing for fireworks was promo for his career.
Yeah,
it was a whole career segment, promoting his song, promoting his music, promoting everything about him. And it was an uplifting moment.
Yeah.
Chill wife is kind of like an online personality.
Yeah.
It's like me. I don't really have a talent. And if you tell me to go perform for someone's yogurt, it's almost like go do a few tricks.
Yeah.
It's like very demeaning.
Yes.
Especially when you know they're not a performer and don't have what you would call a performance skill. Like if I was a singer, maybe it's still a little weird.
Yeah, it's
but like
still
maybe
weird. It's still weird. 100%. Yeah.
But it's like, in addition, it's a little extra weird when it's like someone is maybe a host or a celebrity commentator, or a celebrity host, or a celebrity podcast host. You know, it's how would you even perform? So it just was so bad that everyone on that panel went, like, it was just so fucking rude.
How did the chill wife take that?
She was so good at taking it. She said, oh my gosh, and now you want me to perform for yogurt? And she tried to defend herself by bringing up how, well, your husband had to buy cigarettes.
Oh.
And people said even that comment of what she's saying to the chill wife was so uncalled for, because especially the chill wife, like Ava kind of minds her own business. Eva does her own thing. She's very chill. She's very sophisticated. She's very sweet, but she does her own thing. The chill wife, I feel like, has been catering a little bit to Mai. She's noticing when Maya's sad, she's trying to comfort her. Like, it's just the painter's weird. She's willing to go to the grocery store in replacement of Mai. Like, she seems like she has been catering to her. And then for her to turn around and do this to her, it's just messed up. It's just gross. It's not nice. It's not a nice person thing to do. Another thing that people didn't like is the fact that she probably didn't think that the cameras were rolling inside the grocery market, which they were not, but she was still mic'd up. And it is maybe under the impression that this audio would not have been used. When she comes out, she could have easily just said, hey, you guys were buying whatever you wanted, so I bought whatever I wanted today. And I feel like people would have been okay with it. People would have been like, it's a little petty, but I mean, she has a point. But instead, she made it seem like the other two girls were so crazy.
Yeah, so clearly she knows
Yes.
what not to do. It was not honest, right?
No, it was not honest. And later, during her little sit-down interview, she indirectly admits everything. She says, I didn't let anybody spend money on my day. And I was actually under a lot of pressure because everyone was coming at me saying that I was stingy and too frugal and too controlling and didn't let anybody use the money. Everyone thought that it was going to be okay. It's giving, I had to teach them a lesson. She was like, everybody just thought that everything was going to be okay. And they didn't really care about how much money we were spending. And we'll just figure it out tomorrow. But that's not how it works. I don't like spending money without plans. And so because the burden is off of me and I feel really good and I feel happy and there's other tour guides, now they're being stingy. Now they're saying you shouldn't buy this, you shouldn't buy that. I mean, it was a complete 180 change. So netizens are saying the part where she says, they just all thought it was going to be better tomorrow and that's not how it works. It was giving like, I need to spend this money so that they can understand the consequences of their actions. It was very vindictive sounding. If she just said again, hey, they gave me a hard time on my day, so whatever, I'm just going to go with the flow now. I'm going to live a little like they told me to. I think people would have been okay. But they were acting like it doesn't matter. They were acting like we'll just figure it out tomorrow. Well, guess what? Tomorrow came. That was the vibe. It was like, I got to teach them a lesson. And if things work out, then they're not going to turn to Mai and go, oh, we should have listened to you.
Yeah.
A lot of comments were like, wait, she did it on purpose? This is so scary. Another comment was like, question mark, question mark. Other people say, I just feel bad for her kids. Because they were like, this is just speechless activities. Like, we are all adults here. This is so unnecessary. What's happening? I think everyone caught on what was happening. Like, even the other husbands eventually caught on. Because no one was entertaining her. And she just kept saying some crazy things. At dinner, she was saying, when we get back home, I might even let my husband be in charge of the finances. I just feel so relaxed today. Like, I can just buy whatever I want. I got coffee. I got my milk skin yogurt. I don't have to think about how much money's left. Like, all I have to do is keep screaming, like, I want to buy that. I want to buy that.
She backtracking now.
Yeah.
She backtracking and she's trying to find a way out for herself.
Yeah, but also even just saying that, it was just kind of like...
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with it, but it's just a little weird. And so the chill husband is like, well, could it just be that you're spending my money? You know what I mean? Because it's not your money, you're spending my money on that day.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think she would be like, here, husband, take the finance and let me just like buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. New trash can and new refrigerator and new... Yeah. So
when this happens, the two guys are like, well, how much money do we have left for the day? And the husband decide, let's just get a fucking beer. Because like, I think they're over life. They order a beer, and in China, everything has to be ordered through the phone. Like, your phone is your wallet. Yeah. And Mai is the only one that had the password to the account the producers gave them for this whole challenge. Because she was the one that had the finances the first day. And I'm sure it's like very hectic. I don't think all of them should be on their phones. So the new couple, the chill husband and chill wife, they don't have the password. So they're just asking like, hey, Mai, could you do the payment for it? Because she was the one that had the phone and the password. Yeah. I mean, I guess they could grab their own phone and learn the password, but I'm sure there's like hecticness. I don't know, right? But Mai decides she's going to make this a moment. She starts mocking the chill wife. And she's like, I have to say, though, they don't even know their payment passwords. Like, they don't even know that their money has basically run out before they even know their password. Like, whenever they spend money, they have to give me the phone and ask me for the password. Like, every time they bought something today, guys, I entered the password. Like, they don't even have a clue what their password is, but their money's already gone.
Yo, this is... Does she have any idea we are not on her side? Like, we don't think this is cool? Like, this is not a... Whoa, you're so cool, Mai. Like, was she...
This is like the second time, like the first time that the chill wife broke her, showed a little bit of discomfort around Mai was the green rice cake story where she was subconsciously leaning away from Mai. And then she just looks kind of upset. Because it's like she has done everything to try and be nice to Mai. And then for Mai to keep doing this.
And what kind of diss is this? You know what I mean? Like, what have they done to warrant this kind of comment?
Even when afterwards the beers, they went over their budget for the day because of the beers. They didn't calculate it correctly. She doesn't say anything. She doesn't blame Mai. She's not like, oh, well, she's the one. You guys didn't see it, but she's the one.
Oh, yeah.
She just was like, yeah, that's my responsibility. I'm sorry.
And if it was it would be a whole spiel.
Yeah.
It would probably be the husband's fault.
Yeah, it would be the husband's fault for sure. It would be everybody's fault. And what's even crazy is at this point, the chill wife is fucking over her. Okay, she's trying to be cordial, but you can tell that she's upset. And just as much as I'm giving sympathy to Mai of saying like, it's a reality show. They're probably sleep deprived. They're probably stressed out. There's cameras in their face nonstop. I get it. But same with the chill wife.
Yeah.
She's equally stressed out, equally cameras in her face, probably more stressed out because not only does she have to worry about her husband and her relationship, she's worried about fucking Mai. So like she might be more stressed out than everybody. Even then, she's still being very cordial. She's just like kind of looks down, but she doesn't look mad. She doesn't look like, ugh. She doesn't look like she's trying to pick a fight. She just looks like, that sucked. Why did that happen? And at this point, Mai still has the audacity to bring up the chicken. She starts berating them like a mom. She's like, have you guys thought about tomorrow, what we're gonna eat tomorrow? Other than the...
He said, let me tell you.
Yeah, other than the smoked chicken that I bought, have you guys thought about it? And I wasn't even allowed to buy the smoked chicken at first. Like, if I hadn't bought the smoked chicken, we would have nothing to eat tomorrow. I'm telling you guys.
Dude, this is like so annoying. So annoying.
If you didn't buy the smoked chicken and your yogurt, they would have still had like $42 left. So... And that's when the chill wife is like, well, if we didn't buy the smoked chicken, we would still have money left. Says who? And she's like, the smoked chicken was only $20. But she's like adding up the yogurt that she really didn't need. That was like $6. The other random snacks that she desperately needed. And the coffee and like, it was like $40.
Wow.
Okay. And that's when Ava is like, wait, did you put this chicken in the fridge? And Maya's like, no.
Oh, so the chicken's bad now?
So she is like, I bought this because I'm thinking about everyone.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, doesn't put it in the fridge. And then Lee, her husband, steps up and is like, oh, I put them in the fridge.
Yo, this is so iconic.
So
wow.
She's saying she did this for everyone. She bought the chicken for everyone, forced the chill wife on her day to buy the chicken for everyone, get everyone mad at her for going over budget. And then she's saying, I did this so you guys could all eat tomorrow. By the way, did I put it in the fridge so that you could actually eat it tomorrow? No, because that's not the point. The point is, you're welcome. And everyone, netizens were like, I'm so scared. Like, netizens went from being angry to just, I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I'm genuinely scared. And at this point, this is the one time Eva is like laughing. But she's not laughing loudly. She's just kind of like chuckling to herself. And people were like
out of disbelief or?
Yeah. It was like that. This is so crazy. Like that kind of laugh. And everyone's like, we've broken her too. You know, it finally got to her after all this time, because everybody else, like, they had moments throughout the show where they're like, huh? Now what the fuck? But even the coffee, Eva was like, well, I didn't get the point either, but you should just tell him you want him to buy you coffee. Mm-hmm. You know, but this was the point where she was just like, I got nothing to say. Nothing to say. And lots of people were pausing the show because they were getting so upset. And the pause screen, okay, this is the ingenuity of Chinese advertisements. So there are Chinese advertisements in a show where you can buy like mid-rolls. Da-da-da-da. Broadcast interruption, mid-roll. Mm-hmm. There's like before the show, there's after the show, they're in the middle of the show. Did you know the pause screen would be the most profitable for this show? Oh. Every time you pause it, it's an ad. Okay, you pause the TV to talk to your husband about the show, and you go, did you just see what I saw? Mm-hmm. You pause it, and the ad says, don't let variety shows stress you out. Do not smash your phone. Do not pound on your chest. Do not scream. Feeling overwhelmed? Meituan provides quick access to mental health consultations. Stay mindful while watching. Refrain from getting mad.
What?
Yeah.
Meituan is like Uber Eats.
Yeah, and now they have mental health consultations.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
What the f***?
Yeah. And now even netizens are like, bro, I can't even pause without being reminded I'm losing my mind. Because I'm losing my mind because of this show.
Oh, so good.
Yes, losing my mind. I'm going to leave you with one last event that happens, or at least this part, because there's just no way I can. If you guys need the rest of this, because I could go on for 5 days. I could go on for 6 more episodes about this crazy. If you want to know if they actually ended up together, let me know. I'll give you another one, okay? But this is the infamous death scene. That's what everyone calls it online. They said, have you checked into the death scene yet? Because it's bad. Is bad. So later that night, the group is participating in a session. And the whole point of this show is to be raw. It's to be so honest and just try to fix your marriage. That's the whole point of the show. Is it scripted? I don't know. Is it manipulated by producers? I don't know, right? Like, we will never know. It's a reality show. But the whole point is to be as vulnerable as possible so that your relationship works out. And you can see some people are taking it more seriously than others. And Lee, the husband, is one of them. Like, he is very genuine about wanting to make his relationship work. It's not like, oh, I'm here so I look like the perfect husband. Oh, I'm here so I can get my career on track. It's genuinely like he wants to stay with his wife, Mai. And he wants to make it work. And he's being very honest. He's been very consistent. He says, these are my main 2 things that I struggle with our relationship, is that she's way too domineering and that she's way too frugal to the point where I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I genuinely don't know what to do. So they have this one card that asks, out of the 6 people here, who best fits the description of an ideal partner? So everyone on the count of 3 is supposed to point to who they think is the ideal partner.
Oh, that's very problematic.
Yeah, it's a crazy question. Okay, it's a very fucking crazy question. And I will say, I think that...
Okay, so I can foresee the issue already, right? My husband seems very straightforward.
I was just going to say that. Okay, so the other 2 husbands,
Yeah.
they're dumb. But they got a little EQ on them.
They know what's like a death sentence.
Yes.
Is this why it's called a death?
Yes.
Okay.
They got a little EQ on them. They got a little, you know, are you gonna kiss me or are you gonna kiss the hottest girl you know? They got a little, you are the hottest girl I know, babe. They got a little bit of that, right? My husband, very nerd alert, very robotic, very logical.
I relate, you know.
I know.
This is like the pre-programmed, like the version 1.
Yeah, V1.
V1.
V1. He's been software updated.
Took every question too literally.
Yes. Took every... There's just no way you would suddenly wake up as a worm. Like, and there's just... How... Do you think... I just don't see myself falling in love with a worm. Yeah. I can't even talk to a worm.
Honestly, when you become a worm, you live exactly 14 days and bye-bye.
Yeah,
you know?
and like, what if I I've never walked outside and fallen madly in love with a worm, so I don't think it'll suddenly happen.
Yeah.
That was V1. V2 is...
I love worms.
You're my favorite worm, babe. Okay? So, he's still V1. He's still like, actually, he's not even V1, he's V0.
God
okay?
damn. He's about to point, doesn't he?
He's about to point.
Oh,
oh, no.
No!
Yeah, so everyone is like, 3, 2, 1, point. Eva is like, respectfully, she does not point. She's like, I'm not playing these games. Like, there's no way that I can, with my full chest, point at my husband. There's no way I can point at anyone else without causing drama, so I'm not going to point.
I mean, the selection is pretty limited here.
Yeah, yeah. You know? And so, Yangzi points at Eva, his wife. Chill husband points at chill wife. And then Mai points at Eva.
Okay.
And then...
Oh my god, no. Oh my god.
Points at chill wife.
Oh.
And then Mai looks disgusted and he slowly moves his finger to point at Yangzi as if he was just doing like a sweeping point to Yangzi. And like, let me tell you, no one wants Yangzi as a partner. Even his wife don't want Yangzi. She said respectfully, I'm not even going to point at my own husband because that would be a fucking lie. But now you're saying you're pointing at Yangzi? Absolutely not. We all saw you point at the chill wife. We all saw you. And now the chill wife, she is quickly EQing this. She's nunching. She's adding, deducting. She's rationalizing. She's doing the math. And she said, all fingers have a point except for Mai. So after being fucking bullied by Mai, she points at Mai.
Oh my God.
And she looks like she's being forced to. She's like,
so much mind game has happened.
She's like, I don't want to die tonight.
Is this all happening in like a few seconds at the same time?
Yeah. And she can't even look at Mai.
And everyone's like, how do we end up here?
Yeah.
No, I'm married to Mai, and Mai's married to him.
Yeah. And then Yangzi hits the whole group with the craziest sentence in the world. He hits the group with I think Mai's gonna cry again. And the fucking waterworks just boom.
She started crying?
Instant.
Oh my God. What a show.
And then not only does she start crying, Lee does not instantly comfort her because he looks like, I'm dead. Like, he honestly is just looking like, bro, I'm dead. Okay. So Mai is like, I'm not doing this anymore. And she storms off set.
Oh my God. This is crazy.
And, you know, a lot of viewers were mixed about this. A lot of viewers were saying, in any other show, any other reality show, cancel the husband. We're going to war for the wife, okay? But a lot of people are saying, after what we saw, it would just be a lie. It's like going to couples therapy and then fucking lying your way through it. You're not actually fixing any problems. You're not actually tackling the root of the problem. And that's another thing with Mai. Even when he is not pointing at other women, oh my God, crazy though. Even when he's not doing that, when he's trying to calmly tell her, I love you so much, I want to be with you, but this is one thing that bothers me, she won't listen. So it's like, okay, should he just lie the whole way through to make her feel happy when that's genuinely not how he feels and he wants to work on their relationship? It's not like he's like, whatever, I don't fucking care, I'm just going to point out whatever.
It doesn't seem like she has any growth. Like she's never trying to fix what's wrong with her.
No.
It's always like him, others. There's no growth at all.
And like, in later episodes, she gaslights him so hard. He's like, I think there's something wrong with me. Because you keep telling me that I'm like fucking crazy. And he's like, am I fucking crazy? Yeah. And so she storms off camera. A lot of the netizen comments are like, what's crazy is you also didn't pick your husband.
Oh yeah, who did she pick?
Well, she picked Eva, but still, because she says, wow, all the other husbands chose their wives. That wouldn't be the thing that I'm focused on. I would just be so focused on like, how have we gotten here? Where I'm not.
She does a lot of comparing and a lot of, instead of reflecting and finding out the root problem and issues.
That was her first thing. She's like crying, and before she storms off, she says, and all the other husbands chose their wives.
Yeah.
So it was like very weird because it's like in that situation, I felt like I would just be sad and heartbroken that my husband, like we've gotten this far in our relationship where he doesn't think I'm his ideal partner. And in fact, there's someone else that he think is not that he wants to go date that person, but like that's just how far we've drifted apart. Like how did we even get here? You know, is the feeling. Whereas she's like, but the other husbands. But it's again, like the other husbands, I mean, what if they weren't telling the truth? You don't know anything.
Yeah, she's never going to be happy because...
Yeah. Lee is just kind of sitting there for a second after she storms off because I think he's also upset. Because he's like, well, I was trying to be honest and now this happened. And now he doesn't really know what to do. So he's just utterly blank. He looks very distraught. Some viewers are like, why isn't he chasing after her? Some viewers are like, no, that's why she's become the way she is because he's always probably chasing after her. And like, this is her habit. This is like why she feels like she doesn't need to change or listen to him. It's just weird. And it's just like these very awkward moments. A lot of netizens say, what's actually funny though, is that you can actually increase the volume to the highest on the TV and you hear Yang Ji mutter under his breath, she's already cried like 800 times.
No freaking way.
This is like the 800th time she's crying.
Yo, this is crazy.
So then he goes finally to comfort her and she shuts him down immediately. She refuses to listen. She refuses to talk to him. She's like, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. Then they continue. She like sits back down and she's like, okay. And they continue with the next card. Of the 6 people here, who would you like to be friends with?
Oh, the show goes on.
Yeah. And one by one, they're all pointing except
Wait, what's the question?
Out of the 6 people here, who would you like to be friends with? And everyone's pointing, even Eva's pointing, and Lee is not pointing anymore. And everyone's like, you have to point, you have to point. And later he just says, I was really into this journey. Like I was really hopeful about the whole journey. But then I realized if I follow my heart, I'm just going to get in trouble. And so the whole rest of the game, everyone's like, Lee, you have to point, you have to point. And he just looks detached. Like he's not even into it anymore. And Mai doesn't give a fuck.
Was Mai pointing?
Yeah, and she's just like mad. Later on, they have a conversation about it, which we're going to get into later. But they have a quick conversation where he tries to talk to her about why he pointed at the chill wife.
Because she's chill.
It's not because he wants to like hurt Mai's feelings. He was just being genuinely honest, and he thought what would happen is after everybody points, everyone comes up with their reasoning and they can have these open discussions of what they're looking for, what they wish their partner would do more. And he says, I've never really talked to the chill wife. Like it's not like he's flirting with her or like likes her. It's just he's gotten close to the chill husband. Remember, because he said they bonded over bikes and photography and music. And he was just saying how the chill husband was telling him how his wife really cares about him in the sense of she once saw him looking at a camera at a store, and for his birthday, she left it on his pillow. She doesn't like photography, but she likes that he likes photography. And remember what Mai said? She said she doesn't give a fuck about getting to know her husband. She said she's not interested in his hobbies. And he liked a certain bike. Again, she doesn't bike, but she bought him the bike because he likes the bike, and she will listen to him about his biking and marathons. And she's like really not into that shit. Like she's like, whatever, but she'll listen. And she's like trying to get to know him. And so that's why he pointed at her. Not because he likes her, obviously. Not because he wants to get with her. Not because he wants to humiliate Mai or hurt her feelings. It's like he genuinely just wanted to express this to Mai. Like those are things he wished that he had in his relationship. And she still doesn't get it. She's still pissed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. No, it gets crazier because in the next episode, he has a full-on breakdown. Like, full-on, he crashes out. And her reaction to his crash out is insane.
Is there going to be an ending to their relationship? We're going to find out?
He's going to crash out, and then at the very end, which is in like the next few episodes, they're going to decide if they're going to get a divorce or if they're going to be together. And they even talk about who's going to get custody of which kid.
Wow.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.